Jeremy toured the country. Jeremy did just so many speeches and spoke to people and so on in every corner of our nations, right? And what was actually going on, right? The truth is that this was all about David Cameron. David Cameron gone off to Europe, got this fantastic deal, coming back, selling it, being outside Number 10, and then we got all this blue on blue stuff, and the media were completely fascinated by that. And Labour, in the meantime, is going, "Hello, we've got something to say here. We've got a different message, and we've got
bid for Jeremy Corbyn. We made 6 separate bids to his advisor. We made 4 more bids via his press office. We had 1 interview. Out of all of those bids, we had 1 interview with Jeremy Corbyn.
Well, I know that he made...
We consistently asked for him to be honest and open and visible.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't sitting at home picking his teeth. He was, he was up and down the country talking to people. And if the media don't cover what it is that he's doing when he's up and down the country, all right. So maybe he doesn't spend enough time sitting in your studio, Susanna. But he was talking to people up and down the country. And if the media don't want to cover it,
it's not about being in our studio. Right. It's about talking to millions of people who are deciding whether or not to vote. But he wasn't talking to millions. He was talking to a few hundred on his little walkabouts. We were offering him a platform to talk to millions, which he decided not to take.
Well,
let me ask you.
Hang on. Let me just answer that, right?
Yes.
I went to Birmingham and we did, and Harriet Harman did a clip to the media, and we went off and we saw various people. We were in this bus, and do you know what the media reported? The media reported a bit of film of all of these women, Labour MPs, turning up in Birmingham, and the film said, nobody knows what Labour thinks about the referendum. We were there saying it. You'd had a clip. You weren't using it.
When he did come on, I said to him, look, Jeremy, here's a problem that your own colleagues say about you, is that you don't exude enough passion. And when you have a very passionate debate like this, and you're up against Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage, and people like this, I said, what they want to see from you is frankly, a bit of what you've been showing this morning, which is a bit of passion and real fire in the belly. Without that, how does anybody out there now trust Jeremy Corbyn to go and do battle with the Tories when you've got to do this? Why would he, with his personality, is he what Hillary Benn said? Is he a nice, decent guy who just frankly isn't a leader?
I think that what people want is they want their politicians to be authentic. I'm authentically angry this morning, and I'm authentically upset about what is happening and concerned and scared about what is going to happen to our country. Jeremy is a thoughtful man, and when he gets an opportunity to talk, he doesn't talk in sort of slick phrases the way that David Cameron does. He's not a PR man, but he's authentic. What you see is what you get. And I'll tell you, if Jeremy says, I voted and I was in support of the European Union, but I only give it 7 out of 10, you believe him.
Okay. Would you like to stand for leader? Because I think Piers Morgan would nominate you.
Oh, Jeremy Corbyn resigned.
Can you imagine? What a job. I mean, honestly, you go out, you do your best, and then you get all this nonsense.
Well, it's nonsense, but it's important nonsense because you people actually decide how we all lead our lives.
Not at the moment. At the moment, we're spending all our time fighting amongst ourselves and trying to promote one another to leaders of either the Tory party or the Labour Party instead of looking after the interests of our great country.
It's definitely a mess. Emily Thornberry, thank you very much indeed.
Very, very impressive passion at this time of the morning, Emily Thornberry. If only your leader had shown a bit of that, you may not be sitting here having to defend him.
I believe the other big effect of this election is not what's happened in Britain, but what will happen in the rest of Europe. I mean, in the rest of the EU, Eurosceptic parties never talked about leaving the EU, now they are. An opinion poll in the Netherlands said that a majority there now want to leave. So we may well be close